How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10 video. I am Landon, and in the last video I asked all of you what makes you sad, and this is what you all said. Today's comment question of the day is, what is something that confuses you? Also, what Most Amazing Top 10 video do you guys want to see next? So let's get right into it. This is the top 10 Unsolved Mysteries. So coming in at number 10, we have the Zodiac Killer. He was a serial killer that operated in Northern California in the 60s and the 70s, and the identity of this person remains unknown. Here's a sketch of what people thought he looked like. The Zodiac assassin has claimed to have killed 37 people, 5 of them only being confirmed. The name Zodiac originated when the anonymous individual wrote a letter to the local Bay Area press, and he used the name the Zodiac. There was a series of taunting letters that he sent to the police. This was like a game to him. He had them all encrypted, and up until this day, only one of them has been solved. And one of the letters read, "I like to kill people because it's fun." They turned this Zodiac story into a movie, and it was produced in 2005 and another movie in 2007. Something else that's been unsolved is the mystery disappearance of Amelia Earhart. She disappeared into the number 9 spot. Amelia was an American aviation pioneer and an author. She was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Amelia has had several early aviation records, including reaching the highest altitude by a woman at 14,000 feet, which took place in 1922. Amelia's last flight was during her attempt to make a circumnavigational flight of the globe in 1937, which means she wanted to fly around the whole world. And this is when she vanished in the Central Pacific Ocean. There was a search by the Navy and Coast Guards that cost $4 million, which is the most intensive search in US history. Alright, DB Cooper comes in at number. This was the name used by a mysterious person, and this is when the individual person purchased an airline ticket. And the name he actually used was Dan Cooper, but the media got it wrong and there was a spelling typo and it was DB Cooper. So ever since then, this guy's new name has been DB Cooper. DB Cooper hijacked the Boeing 727 aircraft that he was on, and this is when they were in between Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington on November 24th in 1971. He extorted $200,000 in a ransom, which is equivalent to $1.1 million nowadays. DB Cooper then jumped out of the plane with the parachute, and that's the last time we ever know what happened to him. There was an intensive manhunt and enduring FBI investigation. Here's a picture of what he could have looked like. This case remains the only unsolved air piracy in American aviation history. Moving on to number 7, we have the Broadband Killers. This is a group of 3 people who killed and carried out armed robberies of restaurants, stores, supermarkets, and weapon depots. The 3 unknown identified men were known as the Giant, the Killer, and the Old Man. So there's a total of 28 victims, and 23 of them were carried out by the killer. Investigators have no idea their motives, because normal criminals try to steal as much as possible with minimum risk. These guys, they just killed whoever they wanted to, whenever. So the crimes took place between 1982 and 1985. So these men are believed to be alive today. So sometime this year, all of their crimes are going to be expired, and no judicial measures against the gang will be possible, so they're totally exonerated. Coming in at number 6, we have the Bermuda Triangle. It's also known as the Devil's Triangle. It's an invisible triangle stretching from the tip of Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. There has been a number of aircraft ships that have disappeared under the mysterious circumstances. According to the US Navy, the triangle does not even exist. Popular culture believes it does, and they believe the disappearances are due to the paranormal activities or activities by extraterrestrial beings. The first aircraft went missing in 1945 with Flight 19. There was 14 people on board that flight. There was another 5 major aircraft incidents to go along with 9 major occurrences at sea starting in the 1800s. In at number 5, we have the Sleeping Hollow, which is also called the Sleeping Sickness. Residents of a small village in northern Kazakhstan are falling asleep in the middle of the day due to a mystery illness. Residents would just pass out in random places and sleep for days on end. Doctors and scientists have traveled to the village in an attempt to solve the mystery. They have taken soil and air samples, but they just can't seem to find anything wrong. There is no viral or bacterial infections either. The first case was in 2013, and as time goes on, it seems to become worse. The next unsolved mystery is who I'm calling the time-traveling woman, and this comes in at number 4. Check out this picture right here. In the background, you can kind of see the woman from the Charlie Chaplin film on a phone, a cell phone, a wireless phone in 1928. This is way before the invention. She was just a random woman who walked by on set while producers was filming. 10 years later, in 1939, there was another woman talking on a wireless device. You're looking at the picture right now. Could it be the same person? Could she have time traveled? Conspiracy theorists hailed at the picture as proof of time travel. The invention of the cell phone wasn't even until 1973, which has a lot of people baffled. The 1938 time travel was actually found. She was a 17-year-old girl, and she said she received the wireless telephone from a factory who was experimenting with wireless telephones, and they gave it out to 6 random women to test it out for a week. But still to this day, that factory, these cell phones were never found. So maybe Martin Cooper wasn't the inventor of the cell phone. This is probably one of the most popular mysteries on this list, and it's the Loch Ness Monster in at number. Another name for this would be the lake monster, and belief in the creature's existence, and has been first cited in 1933. Evidence of the Loch Ness monster has not been proven, but there has been many sightings and pictures of it. Here's the first picture ever taken, and this was back in 1934. Since then, it's become one of the most iconic pictures ever. It was taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson, a London gynecologist. Most people believe the picture is a hoax and a way for attention. But what do you guys think? Is the Loch Ness monster somewhere out there? We're almost at the number 1 spot, but coming in at number 2, we're talking about the Black Knight satellite. Is this like Batman satellite or something? The satellite mystery originated in 1954. Pictures of it was taken, but no one has any idea how it got there. The US Navy and NASA investigated it, but they just can't figure it out. This satellite is the only one that goes into polar orbit, which means it doesn't rotate with the Earth. It rotates vertically from pole to pole. Maybe this is like an alien spying on us, or Nikola Tesla spying. What gets more mysterious than this? And we finally made it to number 1. I'm talking about the Overton Bridge, aka the Dog Suicide Bridge. It's located in Milton, which is in Scotland. Every dog that walks over this bridge, it jumps off killing itself. Whenever the dog fails to kill itself, it would just reclimb it and jump off the bridge again. There's been 50 dogs in the past 50 years that's leaped to their deaths. This raises the question of, can dogs actually deliberately commit suicide? The bridge has been attracting these dogs since the early 60s, or at least that's as far back as we reported on them. This is one of the most mysterious things in the world, and this is why it's in at number 1. And I'm not even sure if we're ever gonna get this answer unless we can like communicate to dogs, see what they're thinking when they're near this bridge. Now, wouldn't that be something of the future? Well, there you guys have it. That was the top 10 unsolved mysteries. Don't forget to let me know what confuses you and what top 10 do you want to see next. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys all next Friday. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys want more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Share this video around with your friends, your family, even grandma. Hopefully I taught you guys a thing or two. What unsolved mysteries did you guys want to see on the list? Or what did you think should have been at the number 1 spot?